Hey guys, it's Andrew. Before we get started with our devotion today, just a couple announcements to kind of, I miss doing video announcements or announcements in person, and so sometimes it's better to say them out loud than just put them in an email. But we do have space in our pods still. We have 2 up north and 1 down south that we're looking to split into 2 in the coming weeks. And so if you would like to be a part of a pod, just let me know. Shoot me a message, text, or whatever, however you want to get in touch, and I'll place you in a pod. We have high school and middle school ones, and so would love to see you. Also, we now have an extra hiking group with Wilderness Trail, which means we also have a few extra spots. Some spots have opened up recently, and so if you're interested in going the trail, it's July 5th through the 10th. Let me know. We'll make sure you get placed, and soon, if we still have some spots open, I know some of you guys like to bring friends, and so we'll open up our registration to friends as well. But with that being said, let me dive in a little bit. This week we're talking about Journey to the Center of a Warm Heart, which is a John Wesley kind of deal. John Wesley is famous for saying at Aldersgate that he felt his heart strangely warmed and kind of changed the course of his life and of his faith. And that is our theme today. And when I think of a warm heart, I think of my dogs a little bit. I always know when my dogs have done something wrong, right? They're shaking on their beds, and they have the guiltiest looks on their faces, and their tail is tucked as much as physically possible. And in that moment with them, I have a choice. I can continue to pile on the shame that they clearly feel, or I can show mercy. Full confession, I'm not always good at showing mercy, and I've done my fair share of shaming with them. But more often than not, I've turned towards mercy and forgiveness. I walk over and simply say, you know what you've done wrong. And I pet them and I say, I love you. And I give them a hug. Ginger likes to put her paws up on my shoulder and we'll hug. And after the act of mercy and compassion, their nerves are calm. They're no longer shaking, and they immediately cheer up and they're back to their normal self. Mercy and compassion, they're a powerful exchange. And I think that in order to have a warm heart towards others, and you need to be good at the giving, not be good, but just participate in the giving and receiving of those two things, of mercy and compassion. What warms a heart quicker than a compassionate act or an extension of mercy? I think of times when my heart felt the warmest, which I translate to mean the closest to God's heart, right? When I think of a warm heart, I think of a heart that's closest to God's. And it's often in the midst of acts of mercy and compassion at places like Haywood Street, with our friends who are experiencing homelessness and food insecurity, and just being with them and serving them, or being with you guys, serving with you guys. We're serving you guys. It's cheerfully dumping that mop over when we're cleaning floors there, and having received both compassion and mercy, I would argue that they're also vital for my marriage. I can't tell you how many times mercy has been extended to me by EJ, and it's often preceded by a bouquet of flowers. Mercy and compassion, such an important piece to journeying into the center of a warm heart. The giving and receiving of those both are transformative acts, and without them, our journey to the center of a warm heart would be incomplete. Grace and peace.